everybody! Sorry I wasn't here last week. I was very busy. like way too busy to stream. I didn't even stream on Wednesday. So, yeah, hello everybody, I'm here. I hope the audio's okay. I do have a fan going because it's kind of hot in here. And also my voice mod isn't quite working right now. Yeah. I'm a little bit unprepared tonight. Yeah. How's it going? I'm doing good. I went to the store, did a craft, watched a compilation of Halloween commercials. Because I wanted to be Halloween real bad. Can you show us the fourth stinger? The time will come when I show off the fourth stinger, okay? The time has yet not arrived for that stinger to appear. Just give it some time. Give it some time and it will appear on its own. Are you in the spooky mood already? I am! I want Halloween! It's my favorite time of the year. It'll be Halloween before you know it. Yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm the type of person to prep for Halloween pretty early on. So, yeah. How long is it till Halloween? A couple months. A couple months until Halloween time. I consider all of October Halloween time, so... Like, when I went to the store today, they had pumpkin cookies already. Pumpkin cookies! Already! It's crazy! 3 months left. Yeah. So a few months. Let's celebrate it in August. I kind of already celebrated it in July. I had a party. That's why I was so busy. Because I was throwing a Halloween party in the summer. Did you get some pumpkin cookies? Yeah, I got them. I got the pumpkin cookies. I couldn't resist. I could not resist the pumpkin cookies, and they're good. They're very good. I had one before stream. Summerween! Yeah, Summerween! Alright, let's get into the comics. Why don't we get into the comics now? Feed me cookies. Anyway, this is Knuckles number 17. We are on Knuckles number 17. Knuckles the Echidna 17. We've got Knuckles in the background. We've got another Knuckles and then another Knuckles. I know these are completely different characters, but listen, they all look like Knuckles, so I'm gonna call them Knuckles. And I'm sure a certain somebody is responsible for this. I'm sure we're gonna see his name. We're gonna see his name. Let's get into it. Whoa! What is this? Knuckles. Book 17, deep cover. Yep. Yep. Look there. Yep. We just started and it's already Pendra's time. The pending begins. The pending has come upon us. Oh boy, an even longer paragraph! An even longer essay! Oh no! Oh goody. We've already read that part. Uh, last issue, we left Knuckles contemplating many questions alongside Julie Sue, who had more than a few thoughts of her own. While they may have been lost in their own reflections, there were others who were thinking about them and wondering whether or not any action should be taken. Because you see, these others know something about Knuckles that not even he knows yet. A secret so monumental that it could have important consequences for many, especially for Knuckles. Unfortunately for Knuckles, there are many other secrets about his family he does not know yet, which not only could portend dire consequences for him, but for all of his fellow Echidnas as well. It is on the surface of Mobius that one of the keys to unlocking these secrets makes itself known. Oh boy. That's a lot of words. That's a lot of words for saying absolutely nothing. Essay a la Penders. Yep. Yep, you gotta have that. You have to. We gotta have the beginning comic essay about Knuckles and how cool he is. Here we go. Oh, I see. That wasn't just a one-off thing. That was actually somebody with weird eyes. Is another character. It's another character. Great. Okay. It is the dawn of a new day as somewhere in the forest a lone figure has emerged for his daily walk. Above me after all this time? Can it be? Have I to know? Can it be? I have to know. It is. The one place I never thought I'd set foot on again. No, make that... Wait, I hear footsteps. Hoof steps! By the stars of streaking... Huh? What is that word? Pasha? By the stars a streaking Pasha and its rider. What? What? Pasha? Is that what that word is? Pasha? Hold, Thunder! Here we go. It says Pasha. Yeah, it looks like it says Pasha, so I'm gonna go with Pasha. SNT, is there a toggle for your eyes? What do you mean? I mean, I can do this. I can be dead. That horse is a stolen design from another comic? Really? What comic? I'm going to the next page. Oh, oh yeah, it's a 2-page spread. Of course. A dark legionnaire! I must be going mad. Fate couldn't possibly be so cruel to me. Hello? I'm sorry if I scared you. Is everything alright? The girl... That's hard to read. The guardian. Oh, guardian. It's hard to say. It's hard to read. Thank you, Crafts, for continuing your membership. Just been messing around making some dumb YouTube shorts because I'm bored. I want something to laugh at. Also, hope your weekend is well. Oh, thank you. The guardian who failed. Okay, I see. I can read. It's just this font is really weird. I had a stroke. I couldn't... The R and the A looked very similar, and then the I looked like a sideways H. I can see. The Guardian who failed. That's what it says. Alright, let's go to the next page before I have another stroke. Then again, maybe this is fate's way of giving me one more chance, one final opportunity. Is something wrong? You don't look very well. To make amends. Hey! Oof! Ugh! Woof. Why don't you do us all a favor and be gone from our sight, you bionic piece of slime? Whoa, man. He almost said a swear. He almost said a swear. Swear word. A sword. You missed panels. What did I miss? I read all the panels. I thought he said a swear word. No, he said slime. Slime! Next page. Sorry, that's not in my game plan today. Now get off of me! I didn't do anything to you! Lying wench, your kind can never be trusted. Not after what you did to us. Not after what you did to me. I'm going to make you pay! Then shut up and just do it! Well... You didn't miss anything, it's alright. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. His head is wrinkly. Yeah, his head is very wrinkly. It's kind of gross. Julie is barely a cyborg. She has that mecha dreadlock. Robot Eye guy is more of a cyborg than she is. Yeah, true. I mean, wait, doesn't she have a robot arm? Or am I crazy? I thought she had a robot arm. Hang on. Hang on. Isn't one of her arms, like, robotic? Or am I crazy? Her arm, it just has armor. Underneath, it's still there. Ah! Gotcha. Gotcha. Why does she even need a robotic dreadlock? What's the point of that? Next page. Whoa, Sonic takes on a new image. We already read that comic. Oh, it's Knuckles. It's Knuckles. Bam. Well, well, well. As I live and breathe, Knuckles. You never cease to amaze. I remember when I first was teaching you the benefits of meditation, and I wondered if anything I said really sunk in. Upon further review, I can emphatically state that there's a cutoff sentence. I really, you know what? Maybe I should make a stinger for a cutoff sentence. It might be used a bit too much, though. It only happens when Penders is writing! It only happens when Penders is writing. I'm going to the next page. This isn't what I would call a textbook example of spiritual development. You know, Archie, I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss you. But I'm afraid a lot's gone down since I last saw you. It just isn't the same anymore. That's what I wanted to talk about, my boy. The fact that it's been a long time. Later, Archie. Later? Yeah. Oh, he jumped. He jumped off the building. Well, it's okay, he can glide. My boy. My boy. This piece is what all true warriors strive for. Next page. There he goes flying and flying, flying around, flying in the sky and landing so gracefully. Wow! He let actions speak louder than words could. I'm surprised there's not a single word on this page. Flying with his eyes closed. Yeah. He's letting the spirits guide him to the ground. The sun got a hat. Is that the sun? Or is that just like an advertisement in the sky? I don't know if it's the sun or not. It would be kind of silly and very out of not out of character per se, just more like very weird for a situation like this. Alright, next page. It worked! I could see my flight path before me, aided by the guiding star gem Yenair gave me. This stone would explain how I was able to know my way home from the Badlands. Check out Knuckles number 15 and 16 for details. How's our boy, Locke? In a very curious mood, Grandfather Sojourner. He's examining the guiding star gem, and apparently he's on the verge of unlocking its secrets. Who's that approaching Knuckles? Oh, is that Julie Sue? Did she live? Julie Sue lived, I guess. It's on the building. Oh, you mean the sun. The quote-unquote sun is on the building. Yeah. Truly, you lived. Whose name's their son Sojourner? I don't know. Ask Ken Penders. He's the one that comes up with all these weird names for the Echidnas. These names are throwing me through a loop. Same. You got some strange names. We got some real strange names for these Echidnas. Alright, next page. Oh, it's Knuckles' friend Julie Sue, and she appears to have someone with her. The picture! It's gone! What happened? The power's out. A circuit must have shorted out at the generators. Quick, Sojourner, Tobor, to the med labs. Make certain that the emergency power is kicked in there. While Locke and I see what the problem is in the power core, let's check Grandfather Hawking. So far, it looks like the system kicked in as expected. All readings are still nominal. What about our other patient? Right, they've got like the oldest guardian, the oldest living guardian on like life support right now. I forget. What type of name is that? I don't know. Once again, ask Ken Penders. He's the one that keeps making up these names. Ankles the Echidna. What other patient? We will find out, I think. Let's go to the next page and find out. Oh, the one in the cryogenic chamber. I almost forgot about her. I'm surprised at your grandfather Tobor. How could you forget? How our honored guest after all these years, especially with the boy wandering. I haven't forgotten. I just never believed in aligning ourselves with an outsider's cause. You won't hear any arguments from me, Tobor. However, we're not the final authorities around here. The Brotherhood has always been guided by the group consensus. Can't fault what works, eh? Exactly. Come on. Oh, so this is something completely new. This is something completely new. Oh yeah, this plotline. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the look of this. Who is that in the capsule? We don't know yet. We don't know. This is something completely new. This is something they just introduced. My timbers are shivered. It's me. Alright, next page. No, oh, we're not gonna find out. We're not gonna find out until later, I guess. Let's see if help is needed elsewhere. You said you're who? My name is Tobor. I am, or at least I was. Oh yeah? How come I never heard of you? Where's your proof? Knuckles! You need proof, youngster? Then here it is. For I bear the mark, the collar ring that serves to identify only those of our station, such as yourself. I didn't know what to make of him either until I heard his story. Okay, I'm all ears. Allow me a moment to collect my thoughts, as it's been so many years. Wait, isn't there already a Tobor? Isn't there already an Echidna? I almost said a Knuckles. But they're just Knuckles. Isn't there already a character named Tobor? Or am I crazy? Didn't we just see another character with this exact name? Yeah, you're connecting the dots. Oh, I'm connecting the dots. I've connected the dots. Notice how his lookalike covers his eyes and chest to hide what would be dead giveaways. Sneaky. Ah! So who's that other guy then? Who is the other Tobor? Who is the other Tobor, and what does he want with the Grandpa gang? Alright, next page. I was a mere lad of 20, not much older than you. I imagine when my father, Hawking, had appointed me guardian in his stead. Tobor, it's time you became guardian. You've proven yourself worthy of the title. You should have seen Mother and Vonica. They were so proud. It was his next words that took me by surprise. I have to return to the floating island. It'll be up to you to look out for our people while I'm away. But father, the floating island was destroyed by the dingoes, as chronicled in Knuckles number 6. If it wasn't for you, we'd all be gunners. The floating island was devastated, Tobor, but not destroyed. It is my responsibility to restore it. And I won't rest until Echidnopolis and its people are delivered from this pocket zone back to our rightful homeland. That means that I have to cut off my sentence. Sorry, lad. You'll never know. You'll never know. It's the hat. Yeah, he's wearing the hat. He's wearing the hat. Knuckles is in possession of that hat now. Vonica. Yeah, again with the weird names. His dad is Crocodile Dundee Knuckles. Futuristic Crocodile Dundee Knuckles, because he's wearing like a weird spacesuit. It almost sounds like Veronica. Yeah, kinda. Vonica. Alright, next page. You're now the man of the house. Wear it proudly, son. I'm coming back to you, Sanjara, no matter what. What you do what you have to, dear. The kids and I will be fine. Bamf. Just make sure you do come back to me. After one last kiss, father departed to begin his task. Alright, he has his own fire ant friend now. Now that he's guardian. It just... So whenever an Echidna becomes guardian, do fire ants just appear just out of thin air? Sanjara. Yeah. Another weird name. He can fly. Yeah, he's just flying. He's not gliding. He's just flying, which is weird. Very strange. Very strange. Fingers. Yeah, he has fingers. That's weird. And, Tobor has, like, 2 fingers. The fire ants are like fairies from Ocarina of Time. I guess that makes sense. I mean, I don't know much about Ocarina of Time because I've never played it. I've seen other people play it though. I think I understand the lore of that. Alright, next page. Next page! And my life as a guardian began. It wouldn't be long before I experienced my baptism of fire. Huh? Outside the city limits, where the hydroponics gardens have been constructed to replace the vast tracts of farmland left behind on the floating island. From an enemy believed long defeated, the Dark Legion. On one quiet afternoon, a rip in the fabric of the dimensional barrier opened, and in they swarmed like locusts. Led by their leader, an evil legionnaire who called himself Moritor Rex. Citizens of Echidnopolis, accept your birthright. Reclaim the technology created by our forefathers. You've already taken the first steps towards doing so. It happened again. I guess comic writers misinterpreted Knuckles' glide for flying. I mean, they called it gliding before. It's just, for some reason, they make other echidnas fly. Are we seriously still pretending that the non-Dark Legion echidnas gave up their technology and that's what's the Dark Legion is mad about? I'm going to the next page. Whoa! Fruity Pebbles! Kellogg's Pebbles. What does that say? Where's the missing orange? Contest rules. Oh. And look, some fan art. We've got like a Mecha Sonic fan art. We got Fang. We got Hyper Knuckles. We've got Charmy and Mighty. Wow. Wow. Flintstones. Swole Charmy. Yeah, Charmy's looking a little buff. Charmy's looking a little buff there. Next page. Now finish the job. No! Our people supported the decision to renounce technology. It's not your place to force your views upon us. It was pointless to argue. Moritori Rex regarded any opinions, save his own, as insignificant. The result was a battle of epic proportions, the likes of which few had ever seen or experienced, for the very hearts and minds of the Echidna populace. Little did I realize it would soon turn personal. Mark, you must be a guardian, a descendant of Steppenwolf. You have a lot to answer for, villain. I haven't a clue what you're yammering about. So why don't you just shut up and fight? Says the Guardian with dimensional technology to survive nukes. You're right! Why? So Echidnopolis is still like a thriving city filled with plenty of technology. So what's the deal with the Dark Legion? Why are they so angry at Echidnopolis, Echidnas? I don't quite get it. I don't quite understand this part. Oh, the horse is from Thundar the Barbarian? I see. I asked about it because somebody pointed out that the horse was a stolen design. So I asked, like, what is it from? And I don't think I ever got an answer until now. So it's from Thundar the Barbarian. Interesting. Interesting. I'm sorry. I gotta talk about this one thing that was just in chat. Cause it's very funny. I'm sorry. Someone in chat keeps thumbing down my stuff apparently, and they keep getting notifications for it. That's because I'll let you in on a little secret. YouTube recommends things that you thumb down because you interacted with it. If you don't interact with my content, you won't get notifications for it. If you are wondering about that, any interaction with a video is considered positive. I know it sounds backwards. But it's true. I've been on YouTube for a very long time, so I know all this stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. I just wanted to point that out because I thought it was funny. I thought it was really funny. Anyway, I'm going to the next page. We fought the mother of all battles, with neither side asking nor giving any quarter. And just when Moritoy Rex stared into the jaws of defeat, he took matters into his own hands. A tank! Gas! I needed a sip of water. Tank. Yes, a tank. He brought out the big guns. Thank you for drinking water. Alright, next page. And activated the device that allowed the Dark Legion to cross over from their dimensional space into ours, seemingly blasting the two of us into oblivion. As it turned out, oblivion was located somewhere on the floating island, where we found ourselves confronted with ancient ruins collapsing on us. Rumble. How long I laid in the dark, I can't even begin to imagine. At first, I thought I was dead. But then I cut off my sentence. Am I late? A little bit. You're like... Oh gosh, it's already been 40 minutes. It's already been 40 minutes and we're not even done with this comic. Good lord. Let's continue. Let's continue. And then I awoke, startled out of my stupor by a familiar sound. Tobor! Tobor! It was my father's voice. Somehow he knew I was here, or so I thought. Oh, Tobor, what did they do to you, son? But then his words sank in, and I knew something was wrong. Very wrong. I can't begin to tell you how I felt when I saw my father carry away someone he believed to be me. With an empty feeling in my heart, I still made an effort to escape my predicament. Almost a day later, I was free. My first instinct was to return home. How do you... I have many questions. I have many questions. I mean, I suppose in a world of echidnas where everybody kind of looks the same, you would mistake your own son for someone else. Not even the echidnas know which one is which. You're so right. You're so right. You're so right. The echidnas can't tell each other apart because they all look the same. They all look like Knuckles. Of course this could happen. Alright, next page. But the shame I felt was overwhelming. My first crisis as guardian had left me feeling I was a total failure. Unable to face anyone, I ended up wandering aimlessly on Mobius for what seemed like decades, until I discovered the floating island. I thought I wanted vengeance, but all I really want is my life and family back. Sob. I may not be what you had in mind, but I am family, Ancestor. And if it's any consolation... Ancestor? Man, Echidna society sure is harsh. Yeah, true! It's called Crush Injuries. The facial swelling can make a person unrecognizable. It was on an episode of House. Ah. I suppose, but I feel like if you are a father, you should at least know what your son looks like, even with injuries. And existential crisis and Knuckles. But yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I do not buy it. Next page. You're not the only one with questions. Amazing as it is, this fried little circuit appears to be our culprit. Now that you've found the problem, we should be back to full power in no time. I'm afraid it's not that easy, Father. The circuit appears to be an original. Ah, gentlemen, have you discovered what the trouble is yet? Locke believes so, Grandfather Sojourner. Go ahead, Locke, we're all ears. I'm not sure if we have a replacement part. We may have to reconstruct a new one from scratch. And if so, that's going to take a bit of time before the power is back online. We haven't been able to get anything out of him, Guardian, so you're more than welcome to give it a try. Alright, Murphy, open it up. So you finally decided to see me, eh? Okay, we are switching plots. We are now switching plots. We are now switching plots, I suppose. It's the cool Echidna. Which one? Which one's the cool Echidna? Time for Knuckles to torture a prisoner of war, I guess. Alright, next page. Oh, it's this guy. Well, you're wasting your time if you think I have anything to say to you, Knuckles. I wouldn't be on it, Cragok. Lock us up, Murphy. I'd like to be alone with my distant cousin. To be continued. It'll be worth it! None of them are cool but Knuckles. You're so right. You're so valid for saying that. This is a lie! Really? Whoa, I just heard some thunder. Oh man. I just heard some thunder. Some very gnarly thunder. Oh, that was the end. Of course, that was the end. Fistful of lettuce. Now we move on to Knuckles number 18. Knuckles number 18. Whoa, what's going on here? We've got Tobor, we've got Cragok, we've got Knuckles, we've got someone behind bars. Must be another relative. No blue arm Sonic because there's no Sonic here. True. Who cares about Sonic? We're eating Knuckles. Knuckles, the Echidna, the best character. The only character that matters according to Ken Penders. Remington. Yeah, right, Remington. It's hard to keep up with all these Echidnas. Alright, let's crack it open. Whoa, there he is. Deep cover, part 2 of 2. And... yeah, there he is. Yep. Well, at least we don't have to deal with Jeffrey, right? We don't have to deal with Jeffrey in these Knuckles comics, usually. Oh boy, an essay, born to the most noble of blah 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 blah. Last issue, Knuckles discovered that a wandering stranger Julie Sue had encountered was in fact his grandfather Tobor, who had been the victim of a case of mistaken identity. So great was his shame, having lost to the Dark Legion in the first crisis he had ever faced, that Tobor found himself unable to return home and face his family. Sensing an insidious Dark Legion plot behind this, Knuckles has ventured forth to the jail cells of the Echidna Security Agency, where the one Echidna who may have the answers is currently incarcerated, while his grandfather Tobor is left in the care of Lara Lee and Julie Sue. Oh, goody! When reading Ken Pender's Knuckles is better than Jeffrey St. John. It's true! I'd rather read the Knuckles comics, and I don't like the Knuckles comics. Let me just state that. I do not like the Knuckles comics very much. But Jeffrey St. John is worse. Which issue? Knuckles number 18. This is Knuckles number 18. Knuckles is better than Jeffrey. It's true! Alright, let's go into the comic! Some more tea, Grandfather Tobor. Yes, thank you, Lara Lee. It has been so long since I've experienced the warmth of home and family. Would you mind if I made an inquiry of a personal nature, sir? Ask me anything, child. Which mattered more to you, being a guardian or being a husband and father? You know, that's the one thing I never gave much thought to. I took it as a given that one day I'd be a guardian, just as I assumed having a wife and child was the normal order of things. What I never realized... Why is Lara Lee pink? Lara Lee is pink! Why is she pink? She turned pink. Also cut off sentence. Hooray. Pink. She's so startled by Tobor that she turned pink. Yellow cookies. Yeah, the cookies are yellow. That's weird. They're the same yellow as Lara Lee's dress. Strange. Alright, next page. Oh, it's the 2-page spread. Hang on. Where the demands and sacrifices one would impose on the other. We need to talk. Debt of honor. Well... About time you showed. I was wondering how long it would take before you decided to grace me with your presence. However, if you wish to converse, it is you and me, one-on-one only. You heard him, Constable. Lock us up. Lemon cookies. Oh, they could be lemon cookies, but they kind of looked like they were supposed to be chocolate chip. You mean lock us up? Wah, wah, wah. Lemon chip cookies. That could be tasty. That could taste good. Lemon chocolate chip. Where the base is lemon and then there's chocolate chips in it. That could be a tasty combination. Alright, next page. Be reasonable, Guardian. I can't just lock you inside with a dangerous criminal. Why not? I promise not to hurt him. I fail to see the humor. I bet our friend here got the joke. You do not scare me, Knuckles, nor do any of your kind. A bit feisty, aren't we? Please, Guardian, I beg you to reconsider. Nah. If I can handle Cragok, I might as well hang it up. Come on, we're wasting time. Clang. If he tries anything, my men and I will be right outside this door. No! No! Oh boy, Knuckles. Knuckles is angry. Please don't tell me you have to end the stream early. We will see. We will see. I mean, I have backup. I have backup power in case the power goes out. And it's all my important stuff is connected to that backup power. We have thunderstorms a lot here. So it's a precaution that we took in case something happened, and yeah. So I don't think I'll end the stream early. I have backup power in case something happens. But yeah. You're lucky you've got rain. It's 90 where I am and I'm dying. 90 is nothing. Try 100. Try 100. And it's still like 90 something degrees outside, but now it's wet. Alright, next page. Oh, it's that again. Anyway. I want complete privacy. I don't want either of you or your men anywhere within shouting distance. Understood. Ka-chink. They're gone. It's just you and me now. I've got to hand it to you, Knuckles. Very few would even consider going one-on-one against me. Either you've got the biggest pair of knuckles I've ever seen, or else you're a complete fool. Which is it? Oh my god! Oh my god, that killed me. Oh my god. The biggest pair of knuckles I've ever seen. Knuckles the Knuckles. What an innuendo. Yeah. Ken Penders is really pushing it with these innuendos here. I missed the joke. He said, and I quote, "You've got the biggest pair of knuckles I've ever seen." Thank you, Russell Archer. Big Knuckles Dono. Wait until the 15 years later arc, more innuendos. Oh no! Oh no! Alright, next page. I guess we'll find out which, eh? How goes the repairs, Locke? Not too good, Father. I'm trying to reconstruct the damaged circuit. I seem to be hitting the proverbial brick wall. Hard to believe one small part could put us out of commission. Even an enemy would be hard-pressed to figure out a more vulnerable place to strike. I don't think I like the sound of that. Are you suggesting foul play?
I'm not sure. Do you realize what you're saying? The list of suspects begins and ends with those who reside here in Haven. I haven't ruled out any possibilities, Father. I merely stated the problem we've encountered has been more difficult to solve than we first thought. We need Haven back online as soon as possible, Locke, and if something is hampering your progress, by George, I'll cut off my sentence. Bad engineering. I'm going to the next page. I'm going to the next page. I'm just gonna go to the next page. We don't have the little SNT reading super chats. Yeah, it was a little distracting last time, so I turned her off for now. Maybe I'll bring her back later. Also, I need to update her software, because there's been an update in the software. I've yet to turn that on. Okay, moving on. We need to discover the source and take care of it. Why don't we get right down to the nitty-gritty by having you tell me what you know about someone named Tobor? What makes you think I know? As a leader of the Dark Legion, I know you had access to all their secrets. Secrets not everyone was let in on. Maybe others didn't know Tobor, but I'm betting you... Maybe others didn't know Tobor, but I'm betting you do. Even if I did know, why should I tell you? What's in it for me? Constable Remington may be bound by the letter of the law, but I'm not. As a guardian, I have the power of cut-off sentences! Dun dun dun! Why every time it's a Sonic comic I can follow what's happening, but when it's Knuckles' turn I get lost? It's because the Knuckles comics are really convoluted. The Knuckles comics can get very convoluted very quickly. Because there's so much going on. There's like 7 plots in the Knuckles comics. And it's very easy to get lost. Alright, next page. I'm empowered to act as judge, jury, and you get the rest. I don't like doing the dirty jobs, but I'm tired of all the secrets and lies. Isn't that too bad? I truly feel for you. Not! Woof! You had one chance, bub. If that's the way you want to play it, then it's game over for you. Ah! They did the knot. They did the 90s knot. The 90s. I love the 90s knot. It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing. The 90s strikes again. When you said not, I felt my soul age. It's my favorite. Not. Why does he still have his taser arm in prison? They couldn't remove or at least de-weaponize it? You know, that's a good question. That sure is a good question. Next page. Astounding! It would appear that opposites do attract. It'll take more than some funky light show to put me down for the count. Wait, this wasn't supposed to happen. Not to me, not to me. Don't you ever shut up. No! Not here, not again. Far out. What is this place? I'm lost. What's happening? What happened? Did they get transported to a new place? Sonic storyline. We're going on an adventure to defeat an evil wizard. Knuckles story. What is happening? Oh, apparently I'm Echidna Jesus. Also, what? Jeffrey, look at me being bad at my job. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I stand corrected. OBS. OBS, please stop. OBS, are you better? OBS? Is OBS okay now? OBS freaked out a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. Sometimes OBS just likes to have a tantrum. It's already fine. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's continue. Let's continue on. I swore I'd never return here again. What I don't understand, Grandfather Tobor, is how Honking could mistake a Dark Legionnaire for his son. As hard as it is to comprehend, it took only a cruel touch of fate to turn the unimaginable into dark reality. You have to remember, Moritori Rex and I engaged in mortal combat. When the surrounding structures collapsed upon us, a battle in which both parties neither sought nor were given any quarter. There wasn't any way either of us would emerge unscathed. Lying there, I could feel my blood run along my face, the bones that were broken in my arm and hand, the sentences that were cut off because of the rocks. I don't pay attention to the ongoing story. I'm just here to vibe. That's fair. I don't blame you. Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Sonic characters have bones? I mean, I would assume Sonic characters had bones. How would they be able to stand? Next page. As I watched my father carry away Moritori Rex in his arms, it did not dawn on me until much later. When a kindly country doctor I had stumbled across determined the full extent of my injuries. Your vision is seriously deteriorating. I may have to operate. As the years rolled into decades, eventually I had new eyes implanted so I could see again. Despite our disdain for technology, that's when it dawned on me that I realized the nature of Rex's injuries may have allowed him to easily fool the family. But to fool the family for so long, how? He could have feigned memory loss, for starters. Become more aloof in the process. He wouldn't be the first guardian who placed duty before family. Who'd be the wiser? What about your wife, Vonika? I would think she would recognize an imposter. As much as I've agonized over that point, darling Laura. My sentence just kept getting cut off. She was none the wiser. Doc Quack. Yeah, it's Doc Quack! Crossover! Crossover!
Why does everyone have sad puppy eyes? Because they're sad. They sad. Y'all, can you stop please saying Among Us? We get it! There's an imposter among us! The imposter! 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 I get it. Can we stop saying it now? Okay, I'm going to the next page. I'm getting out of here.
That's the one piece of the puzzle I can't figure out. Alright, Cragok, where exactly are we? And what do you know about Tobor? Your kind never did us any favors, so why shouldn't I respond in kind? Because it ain't going to do you a look of good getting me all mean and riled up. That's why I'm through playing games, Cragok. You're going to tell me all about Tobor.
Gasp. He's pointing his own taser at him. The One Piece. Yeah, the One Piece. Haha. Tobor backwards is... Robot! Whoa! We unlocked the puzzle. Next page. Oh! I guess we gotta order the next page. No, it's an order form for Knights or Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Alright, let's actually go to the next page.
And what the real deal is. Don't you find it a little too convenient that one component takes out an entire complex? It's not surprising at all to me, Saber. I've studied the layout for Haven thoroughly, and its efficiency is derived from its very simplicity. What I find troubling is our vulnerability to enemy attack at the moment. Fortunately, Grandfather Sojourner, the sanctity of Haven has yet to be violated. There is still the Dark Legion to reckon with. They should not be taken lightly. They are a low point at this moment themselves, Grandfather Spectre, but I'll concede you this, though.
There he is, it's the fake. The fake! He's fake, he's faking it. How about both Knights and Sabrina? Let's order all the comics! What is this fashion? It's Echidna fashion! Very futuristic. Next page.
If they were to sense weakness, they would not hesitate to strike. I'll talk, all right? Not that it'll do you much good. What do you know of the story about Dimitri? Well, I was told he attempted to use the power of the Chaos Emeralds for his own purposes until his brother Edmund opposed him. See, Sons of History. Sonic number 35 and 36. Edmund ended up becoming the first guardian and my ancestor. As for Dimitri, he wound up transforming into Enerjack, until Mammoth Mogul wound up cleaning his clock. And that's it? You got me. The family history was never my strong point. It was with us. Dimitri had a son, Menaker, who founded the Dark Legion and took his revenge on Edmund. Unfortunately for him... Oh my god, they're shooting him! With real guns! Good lord!
Who is Mammoth Mogul? I cannot get into that story. I cannot get into the lore of Mammoth Mogul. You are gonna have to do some Wikipedia searching. Unfortunately for him, he got shot a bunch of times with real guns. Penders, he is unhinged. Yeah! It's supposed to be for kids. Alright, next page.
Edmund's son, Steppenwolf, mastered the power of Chaos Energy, using it to exile Menacur and the Dark Legion into the zone we're in now. Periodically, we would manage to escape only to be thwarted by whichever guardian we met up with at the time. Whether we experienced time more slowly or simply moved through time, who can say? But we lived one generation for every 4 of yours. It was then that my father, Moritori Rex, while in this particular zone, discovered that he was able to watch others in another zone. Since he could see them, but they couldn't see him, he took advantage of this. The guardian he watched was then lured into a trap and defeated, leaving my father in the position to impersonate him and conquer from within. The guardian your father defeated, it was Tobor, wasn't it? Or, the guardian your father defeated, it was Tobor, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Yes, yes. Things were a mess on the floating island back then, so who would know? And your father, where is he now? Wouldn't you like to know? Over there, huh?
Oh, he's doing a psych out. He's doing a psych out, a fake out. Look out! Where's 4 kids when you need them? No cutoff sentence. Yeah, you're right. There isn't a cutoff sentence this time. Oldest trick in the book. Yup. Alright, next page.
Sucker! Didn't your father teach you to never take your eyes off the ball for even a moment? Now then, please excuse me while I take advantage of the natural phenomenon now occurring. Oh, my head. I hate it when that happens. Cragok? Of all the... He's heading for some energy field up ahead. Couldn't that possibly be the way out? What a bust that would be.
Cutoff sentence. Knuckles should have a gun as a special little treat. Jet Tech, thank you for becoming a member. Thanks so much. Alright, next page.
If he got through, and I didn't... This is incredible. I've been looking through the family albums, and there's not a trace of either you or Vonica anywhere. That's to be expected. The enemy would have been most thorough. In fact, Knuckles, he's in trouble. Where? How do you know? I just do. Take my word for it. Now step aside.
I like that Julie Sue and Lara Lee kind of have the same face. It's kind of the same exact expression, just slightly different. It's slightly different. Like Julie Sue's mouth's a little bigger. You're just like, ah, oh no. Twins. Next page. Whoa, Sonic Super Special. Get it. Surf on over to our site, Archie Comics Online. Come see us at the hottest new spot on the web. Says Jughead. ArchieComics.com. I wonder if that website still exists. Probably. Because Archie is still going. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on.
While I go to his aid. Wait! What's happening to my son? Not even an excuse me? Is it always like this? Julie Sue, I think we have to talk. Astonishing. Knuckles is projecting from another zone so intensely that my cybernetic vision implants can read his image. I'm registering so much chaos energy. It's as if Knuckles were a living chaos emerald. I can't recall any guardian being able to wield that much power. Whatever is occurring is about to cross over back to this reality. I'm registering a life form emerging through that nexus. Can it be?
That sure was a lot of words. That sure was a lot of words that he said. Beautiful monologue. A living Chaos Emerald, oh no. Is Knuckles a Chaos Emerald? Keep saying words at me. I promise one day I'll process them. Alright, next page. Whoa.
A Dark Legionnaire! Sweet irony. Of all the Echidnas to run into. I wouldn't be so smug, villain. I'll make you wish you stayed under the rock you crawled out from. Ugh. Out of my way, old man. You can join your brat descendant to the Twilight Zone after I'm long gone. Let's not be so hasty, Cragok. I'm far from through with you. No, son, get out of here. This is my fight. Are you insane, old man? What do you think you're doing?
What is he doing? He's just going into the zone? He's just going back to the zone? Remember, Julie Sue did nothing so far. Yeah, she's kind of just been hanging out with Knuckles' mom. Tobor just goes off to the other zone to beat up Cragok in there, I guess. Okay. Get into the zone. Auto zone. Get in the zone. Twilight Zone. Next page.
Settling a few scores, starting with you. No. Go get him, Grandfather Tobor. So long as you know where home is. And while I'm sure he's been a great friend to you, Julie Sue, don't get your hopes up for more. That's the furthest thing from my mind, ma'am. I'm happy with the way things are now. Speak for yourself. Knuckles! About time you got back here. Thank goodness you're all right. Hey, easy with the chokeholds there. What about Tobor?
Julie Sue got beaten up in this and then just chilled for the rest of the story. Yeah, how did she get out of that fight with Tobor? How did she get out of that fight with Tobor? Last we saw, she was getting choked. Alright, next page.
He's taking care of business at the moment. At last, all systems are a go. Bring up the monitors online. I'd like to see if the situation has remained status quo. Especially in regards to Knuckles. Wouldn't you say, Grandfather Thunderhawk? Given the evidence before us, I'd say we have a most interesting development, Locke. A pairing between a Guardian and a Dark Legionnaire? Now that could present some intriguing possibilities. Not if the Dark Legion has anything to say about it. Whatever could have possessed Julie Sue to behave in such a bizarre manner. Whatever could have possessed Julie Sue to behave in such a bizarre manner. You know, Locke, your son may have the right idea. Maybe it's time you enjoyed life a bit more yourself.
Shipping ensues. Yeah, I mean, the shipping just kind of already started, like, a couple comics ago. They literally spelled it out. It just like, these two echidnas are experiencing romantic feelings, but is that going to be a possibility? We will see in the next issue. It's literally what happened. Next page.
I'll take it under advisement, Father. In the meantime, I'm content simply knowing that everything is calm and peaceful for the time being. Maybe you can relax, Locke, but I can't. Not when that old fool Tobor is nowhere in sight. As of now, I'd better be ready for every contingency, as anything could happen next. As if to drive home to the point, be here next month for the start of an all-new adventure in the Forbidden Zone. Doo -doo 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 -doo.
Sweet home Echidna. I see. So this is that's it for now. For Knuckles, specifically. Because we've got a lot of... Let's see. We've got 4 Sonics before the next Knuckles. We've got 4 issues of Sonic before the next Knuckles. So that's going to be it for Knuckles for now. Let's continue. Oh, look at that. The picture of Espio. That's kind of cool. Fistful of letters. Oh, there's some fan art. Here's some fan art. Let's take a look at that real quick. We got Knuckles. You're messing with one crazy Echidna. We've got Julie Sue and her Dark Legion form, I think. And then there's someone. Cragok, maybe? I don't know. I don't know who that is. There's too many. Thank you, Video Game Fan 5, for the $1. Thank you. Sonic checklist. Okay. Let me check and see what comic's next. Sonic number 64 is next. So let's read that. Let's see. Sonic number 64. There we go. Oh, I gotta move it. Gotta move it. Move it over. There we go. At last, Ixis Naugus. Da-da-da-dun. Supersonic 64. Supersonic 64. Wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. Oh shoot, this issue. Oh no. Alright, let's crack this bad boy open. Oh, we're in the tundra. The planet Mobius was once a virtual paradise until it was conquered by the evil Dr. Robotnik. His technological tyranny would have continued, if not for a heroic group of freedom fighters who banded together and restored order to the Kingdom of Acorn. The bravest among them is Blue Streak, filled with the most attitude going around, and without a doubt,
He is the fastest thing alive. Archie Comics and Sega present Sonic the Hedgehog. The Southern Tundra is... I was right! It is a tundra! The Southern Tundra is perhaps the coldest of all the continents on planet Mobius. But it is not the weather that concerns our brave duo who stand in the middle of this fierce blizzard raging around them. No, it is something far greater than freezing that occupies the thoughts of these former freedom fighters. Their minds are instead focused on their mission. And what is that mission exactly? To stop one of the most diabolical beings in existence from achieving his fiendish goals. When they left their home in the city of Mobotropolis weeks ago to find him, they had no idea it would bring them all the way... All the way where? Please finish the sentence, for the love of... Ah! That is some long paragraph. It's an essay, and I thought Penders was doing bad at essays. Next page. Oh. Here, Sonic? More like all the way up their tails in the fortress built into the side of this mountain. I'm sure that's where the wicked wizard Ixis Naugus is waiting for us. He knows that we're after him? Of course. Why else would he think we came all this way? In search of... ... Let's take a look. It's in a book. In search of ... Take a look. It's Carl Bowlers again with the writing. Stephen Butler. Yeah. Oh, whoa. We are not quite safe from him, but at least he's just doing colors this time. Too bad Sonic's arms are covered. Yeah, we can't tell if his arms are blue or not. Let's go to the next page. And, move it over. There we go. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. We got a little peek. A little peek-a-blue. Peek-a-blue. We couldn't have tracked him without this gizmo my Uncle Chuck created. It detects the ionic residue left about by Ixis's magic, and according to his readings, we found him at last. But how are we gonna stop him, Sonic? When your biplane flew into this frigid air, the power ring that allowed it to fly suddenly conked out. It's totally useless. Even if we stop his plans, we're stranded thousands of miles from home. Ixis wins no matter what because we're never gonna see our friends again. Don't talk like that, little buddy. We can't give in to our fears. Ixis is gonna be counting on those very emotions to help defeat us. Ixis enjoys making us good guys doubt our own abilities. Makes us easier to beat. The first time we met, he almost made us believe his wand could turn us all into crystal. But it really only affected his followers, who had been trapped in the zone of silence like he was. Let me guess, flashback, rewind time? I mean, probably. Maybe for a little bit. Is that another blue arm? It's hard to oh, well, that's his leg. That's his leg, and his arms are covered with sleeves. So I'm gonna say we can't. It's indecisive. It's undecided. We don't know. We just have the one. Alright, next page. Then he took possession of King Acorn, heightening our monarch's fear of roboticized Mobians, to spark a civil war that nearly tore apart Mobotropolis for good. If we let Ixis get to us now, then we've chased him all the way around the world for nothing. Didn't we make good on our promise to defeat Dr. Robotnik? Or didn't we make good on our promise to defeat Dr. Robotnik? He was no different. One evil villain is just as bad as another. You've got my word as your best dude, Tails, that I'm gonna get us home once Ixis is down for the count. Powering or no powering, trust me. I will, Sonic, I promise. Tails has been growing more and more tails every issue lately. I mean, yeah, he did have a lot of... It looked like he did have a lot of tails in that one picture before. But I think that was just him spinning his tails really fast, so it looked like he had a bunch of tails. I already enjoy Sonic as a protagonist way more than Knuckles. Yeah, Sonic's more fun to read, specifically. Because Knuckles is just kind of all over the place. Alright, next page. Meanwhile, high above the planet's atmosphere, a lifeless satellite returns from the dead. I can't use my robot voice. I can't use my robot voice because voice mod is broken right now. OSAT unit back online and commencing system location of target. Target acquired. System locked and commencing activation. Now! Gasp. There are those satellites again. Yeah, there's been satellites all over the place, huh? Next page. Back on the planet's surface. I'm no rotor, Tails, but Uncle Chuck's device seems to indicate Ixis has been right here. Sonic! Whoosh! Ugh! Woof! Whoa! What happened? Patooey. There's only one answer. Nope, his arms are covered. We don't know. His arms are covered. We don't know. Your mic's not working right now. It's voice mod. Voice mod is broken right now. It's just, I'm using my regular mic right now. Usually my mic is synced up with voice mod in order for me to make those, like, fun voices. But right now, voice mod is broken. And in order for me to fix that, I would have to restart my entire computer. I don't want to do that right now. Alright, next page. Oh, there he is. There he is. Ixis Naugus. A brilliant deduction, Quickster. But it shall be your last. You and your furry friend have plagued me for far too long. But now I have the upper hand. You're trapped on this frozen wasteland without a hope of ever getting home, fools. Without your precious talisman, your vaunted sword of acorns, you haven't a prayer against my mystic might. So go ahead, take your best shot. Okay, you asked for it, creep.
Nope. Still can't tell because his arms are covered. I'm not sure a snowball's gonna be enough, Sonic. Next page. Blast you! Scracked. Well, it's a good thing you went and told me your next move, Ix. A simple dodge, and I can do... this! Ha ha ha! Destroying you is going to be more fun than I had anticipated, Quickster. Hey, ain't no fair! I went through him like he was... Look at all the legs Sonic has. He's like a spider. Sonic's got a bunch of legs like a spider. That's weird. White arm Sonic. Yeah, I see it. I see it. White arm Sonic. But no, blue arm Sonic. That's what counts. That's what counts. Spider Sonic. Spider Sonic. Spider Sonic. Does whatever a Spider Sonic does. Next page. Snow? Oh no! Oh no, indeed. I can mystically shape my body to mimic the 4 elements, earth, wind, fire, and water. Your aircraft did not experience turbulence before reaching Sandblast City. It was I in cloud form attacking you. Hang on, Sonic! Roar. Hmm? No, stay away from me! Tails? Tails! If Tails has been hurt, I'll never forgive myself. Flip! Wow, look at him go. Still no blue arms. We should be good. I'm going to the next page. Next page! Whoa! What the superheroic hedgehog sees next makes him go... Fwoosh! No! Get away from him, you big... Well, I'll figure out exactly what it is after I'm through rocking its world. Whatever that creature's doing to Tails is way past cool. Not. In other words, hot! Katang! Take that, Flame Brain! My bet's riding on the abominable Snowbot Quickster. Snowbot? Yeah, not. Not again. He said the 90s slang. He did. He said the 90s thing of saying not when it's when you say something and then you don't mean it and you say not. Alright, next page. What's wrong now? It's quite apparent, you simpleton. Rumble. It's an avalanche! We're about to be buried! Minutes passed and then... whoosh! They really... They could have, you know... they could have made it a little more dramatic instead of just... instead of just immediately solving the problem. We could have had, like... 2 panels of nothing but white snow. But no, they went ahead and solved it for us. How are we supposed to take Sonic seriously when every time he gets edgy, he becomes a tire? Tire, tire, tire. Next page.
The Ixis named Abominable Snowbot stands triumphantly after melting its way through tons of snow and ice. The unmoving Sonic and Tails firmly in its grasp. But what's next? The mysterious creature looks skyward for an answer, and immediately sees one. It will take 3 simple steps to reach the castle. Crouch, launch, and land. I can't... Sonic's arm's covered. I can't tell if it's blue or not. Can't tell. If a cutoff sentence was ever justified. Yeah. But then they didn't. Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it! Alright, next page. Find your name in print, blah blah blah. Okay, here we go. Who is this? It is a tiny laboratory to which the Snowbot brings the unconscious adventurers. But it's often said that big things come in small packages. Eddie! It's been over an hour since you went outside on patrol. Where have you been, old friend? And who've you brought home? Who is this tiny man? Who is this tiny man? Tiny Morgan Freeman? Really? We have a human. Yes, another Outlander. Another Outlander. Next page. These poor Mobians couldn't have been responsible for the mystical attack on our home earlier, Eddie. Roar. Let's see if they've suffered any serious injury. Back off, bozos! Roar. Jules the Hedgehog? Is that really you after all these years? No, but I've got a better question. Who the heck are you? Swoosh. It's a human other than Robotnik and Snively. I mean, we've seen humans other than Robotnik and Snively before. In the in issue 50, there was a bunch of them because it was showing like where Robotnik came from specifically. This guy was supposed to be in Sad AM? Really? Interesting. Overlander. Yeah, Overlander. Did I say Outlander? I meant Overlander. Next page. Whoa, Naugus. Naugus. That is Nate Morgan. And he, Quickster, is the key to taking absolute control over all of Mobius. Ha 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 ha. Naugus! To be continued. Bum bum bum. His design was wildly different for Sad AM? Interesting. Do you like occasional people characters that eventually become the main characters like themselves? Like Chris Thorndike or Elise? No? Well, Toodles. He'll plague the comic for a few issues. Oh, apparently he's very important to Ixis Naugus's plan. So... Alright, next page. Fan art! Well, we've got Tails, Sally, and Sonic. It looks like Tails is being scolded for taking cookies out of a cookie jar. We've got Monkey Kong, We got Sonic and the gang. Nice. I see they're putting advertisements in the fan art page now because this is the second Fruity Pebbles advertisement we've seen. Blue arms. Is that blue arms? Or is that blue arms? I can't tell. The page is very small. I cannot, no, those aren't blue arms. They're just really, really close together black lines. So it kind of looks like he's got blue arms, but no, I see some things. I see some pale, peach color in there. I don't think they're blue. I don't think so. Flintstones? Yes, again, the Flintstones. Flintstones are here. Yabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba doo and all that. Where's the missing orange contest rules? Yeah, there's apparently a contest that you can enter for Cocoa Pebbles or something. Alright, next page. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me we have to deal with you-know-who. Oh. Don't tell me. The place, the recaptured Royal Palace, formerly Robotics Headquarters. The time, 9:28 a.m. Good morning, Princess. Morning. Princess, if you have a minute, not now, Hershey, nothing personal, but I have a few things on my mind that require serious attention. Oh, yep, there's his name. There's his name right there. Yep. And there's just the person I need to see. Father! Sally, what brings you here? Thank you, James D. Morris, for the dono. By the way, guys, do you remember Sally Acorn? Yeah, she's in this comic. Sally's in this comic. It's just, you know, it's hard to remember because she's not the focus anymore. Alright, next. I want to know what's going on, Father. Did you or did you not put me in charge of operations? There's no need for that tone of voice, Sally. You're doing exactly as I instructed. However, as your liege and titular head of the Kingdom of Mobotropolis, it is my responsibility to secure the best interests of the realm as I see fit. No, no, no! Oh, no! But where does Commander say John fit into the chain of command? By your leave, sir, I'd like to address the princess. Commander St. John, I'm sorry. The mission. Oh. Why? No, he's commander now. That's gross. Next page. But you have your orders. You and your team are to report to the briefing room. I'll join you in a moment. As you command, Saya. Father, I demand to know what's going on. Why am I being cut out of the loop? Sally, my dear, your primary concern should focus solely on the reconstruction. None of this involves you, at least for now. But Father... I've said my piece, daughter. That will be all. Yes, sir. Sigh. But she can be stubborn. I don't like King Acorn. I don't like King Acorn. He's like
not very likable. None of the decisions that King Acorn has made so far I've liked. So he gets worse. Ow. I hope his favorite show gets canceled. I don't know if they have TV in Sonic's world. I mean, they probably have radio. Do you think they have radio stations that they listen to, like radio plays and stuff? Alright, next page. Ugh, here we go.
Just like her mother. 10 hut. As you were, everyone, be seated. We've a lot to cover and not much time. Before I begin, I must acknowledge I've read your reports, Commander Hershey. And I'm quite impressed with the progress on your team. Hershey, Valdez, Wombat Stew, Heavy and Bomb. You are all a credit to your commander, as well as to the realm. And now, the reason you've been assembled. Here with your first mission.
Why so many bubbles for such nothing sentences? Why does Jeffrey and Hershey almost look alike? It's the coloring, yeah. One's a skunk, one's a cat. With the cat, she's like a tuxedo cat. So she has that tuxedo cat coloring. That's the blue Espio's name. Valdez, yeah. His name is Valdez. Can we get Vector as commander instead? Alright, next page. Oh boy, here we go.
Had its origins some 15 years ago, while this kingdom defended its honor and citizenry from the aggressions of the Overlanders. Those were dark days indeed, and just as matters grew worse. Sire, the castle is in danger of falling into enemy hands. Never, not while we can fight to our last breath. My lord, the kingdom can't afford to lose your wisdom. You must seek sanctuary. Darling Alicia, your place is in the bunkers with Julela, Rosie, and the children. They were excavated in the Nihil caverns by our ancestors for such a purpose. However, I must lead our proud warriors against those that would destroy us. Commander St. John, sire, please escort Queen Alicia and the boy to safety in Knothole. I'm sorry, sire, but Knothole is cut off to us from the time being. We've only one other option. I want you and a team of your best troops. We've only one other option. I want you and a team of your best troops to escort the Queen to our residence on the floating island right now. As you command, sire.
Oh, the whole Robians thing is over now. King Acorn doesn't really care anymore. So, yeah, when King Acorn was doing that whole tirade against Robians, he was possessed by Ixis Naugus. So now that he's not possessed by Ixis Naugus anymore, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about robots. As long as they are for the king, and if he has Jeffrey St. John's approval, then he's fine with Heavy and Bomb. Is that Jeffrey or his father? I believe... Well, he says Commander St. John, so... I'm not sure. Alright, let's go to the next page. While the commander and his troops escorted my beloved wife to safety, several of the realm's finest and I engaged the Overlanders in mortal combat. Again, mortal combat!
We may have persevered in the kingdom, but apparently the commander and his team did not. The last I heard was that the Overlanders had attacked the Queen's convoy upon reaching the floating island. We lost all contact with them after that. I sent a team to investigate sometime later, and not a trace could be found. Recently, new evidence has emerged that could reveal what happened to the Queen and her guardsmen. Commander, I order you to take your team to the floating island, find out what happened, and solve the mystery that has haunted me for many a night. Whatever happened to Queen Alicia? The answer awaits you within the pages of Knuckles number 19! And if you don't read that other book, don't fret. We'll fill you in. All the way in Knuckles number 19, we have like 3 comics before that. It's gonna be like 2 weeks before we get to the rest of the story. So that means the next Knuckles is gonna be all about Jeffrey St. John and his team. So that's gonna be great. Just great. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, that was the end. Okay. Well, yeah, it is 7 o'clock, so that makes sense. Awesome. Okay, that was the end of that. You're putting Jeffrey in the Knuckles comic? That's an awful combo. Perfect timing. Yeah, perfect timing. I knew that the Sonic comic was going to be a little shorter. So, yeah. We're in for quite a ride, aren't we? In a couple weeks, yeah. The Knuckles number 19 isn't gonna be for a while. Because according to my reading list, before that, we have Sonic number 65, number 66, and number 67. And then we'll have Knuckles number 19. So we still have 3 comics before Knuckles 19. Alright, well, I guess I'll be going now. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to people that donated and joined memberships and stuff. And I will see you next time I stream, whenever that'll be. I don't know, we'll see. We will see. I do want to keep streaming My Sims. I do want to keep doing that, because I like My Sims. So maybe next stream will be My Sims. Alright, thank you everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.